Welcome to the channel. Bernard Arnault is currently worth $175 billion, making him the 7th richest person in the world. But his story is one of the most insane rags to riches stories that I've ever come across. Born in 1922 in Algeria, his father ran a small grocery store, while his mother was a fishmonger. The family was dirt poor, and when Bernard was just 9 years old, his father died, leaving the family with basically no money and no way out of poverty. His mother did her best to raise Bernard and his 3 siblings, but they were so poor that at one point she had to sell her wedding ring in order to afford food for them. Bernard wasn't able to go to university because his family simply couldn't afford it, so he took a job at a bank after finishing high school. He worked his way up from an entry-level position to eventually becoming the youngest director in the company at age 36. But he knew that if he wanted to make real wealth, he needed to start his own business. In 1970, he founded a construction company called Financier de Constructions EAT. The company grew quickly, and within just a few years, it became the largest private construction company in France. This allowed Bernard to expand into other industries such as retail. In 1984, he purchased a struggling French fashion company called Louis Vuitton and turned it into a global luxury brand. Today, Louis Vuitton is worth over $40 billion. He also expanded into wine and spirits, founding Noël Chandron in 1988, which is now one of the biggest wine producers in the world. Bernard has also owned the Christian Dior fashion house since 1985. And through all of these various businesses, he's amassed a fortune of $175 billion. But his story doesn't end there. Despite being 78 years old, Bernard is still working every day to grow his fortune. He's currently the chairman of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company, which owns over 70 brands, including Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Givenchy, and Dom Perignon. Bernard also owns the largest private jet company in the world, which he uses to travel to his various businesses. So how did Bernard Arnault go from being a poor kid in Algeria to building a fortune of $175 billion? Well, first of all, he was extremely ambitious and always looking for ways to improve himself, even though he didn't have much formal education. He was a voracious reader and would spend hours every day reading books about business and finance. He was also very disciplined and always put his work first. This allowed him to quickly rise through the ranks at the bank where he worked before starting his own business. Once he started his own business, he was able to leverage his success in construction to expand into other industries such as retail and wine. And he's been successful in part because he's not afraid to take risks. For example, when he bought Louis Vuitton in 1984, it was a struggling company that had only one store in Paris. But Bernard saw the potential of the brand and was willing to invest the money and time necessary to turn it around. Today, Louis Vuitton is the most valuable luxury brand in the world. Bernard Arnault's story is an incredible example of what can be achieved with hard work, dedication, and a willingness to take risks. No matter where you start in life, you can achieve your dreams if you're willing to put in the effort. Bernard's story also shows that it's never too late to start pursuing your goals. He didn't become successful until his 30s, but that didn't stop him from becoming one of the most successful businessmen in the world. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and subscribe for more motivational business and finance videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.